of his last 14 passes have been completions. Tucker has missed an extra point tonight. This one is on the way. He curls it through. Ravens in front, 35-28. An 11-play, 70-yard drive. It took 3 minutes and 48 seconds. Jackson did like a triple clutch, waiting off 1 foot to hit Bateman.
Don't you see that in the NBA?
Yes.
That was down the lane, floater to Bateman in the back.
Completely. Third touchdown pass, and he also gave you the style at the end, like he made the basket.
He left it up there. You got to see it.
Exactly. That's 4 touchdowns for Jackson tonight after the connection to Bateman. So now Tucker will kick it off. We have 1:49 on the clock. Bengals have been dangerous offensively, as we know. It's been that combination, Burrow to Chase. He's put up historic numbers tonight. The biggest numbers of his career. And now it comes down to the Baltimore defense and the Cincinnati offense after the kick by Tucker. 2 returners back there, Williams and Burton. And Tucker's just going to knock this one into the end zone. They take a knee and out to the 30 line for Cincinnati. Joe Burrow leads the offense onto the field with 1:49 to play, and the Bengals down by 7.
And realistically, they've probably done this drill over and over again. 1:59 seconds, 1 timeout, 1:40. I'm sure in practice they've repped this. So expect this Bengals offense to be right in rhythm in this situation.
1 timeout remaining for Cincinnati. They open up at their own 30-yard line. Shotgun out of the pocket to his left, throwing on the move, and a one-handed stab attempt is incomplete. Gesicki couldn't haul it in. It floated over his head. 2nd down and 10, 1:44 to go.
That time they stacked Jamar Chase and Gesicki on the same side. Within releases, Jamar Chase slips and falls, and that takes him away. So Burrow had to throw to Gesicki there. We'll see how exactly they play Jamar Chase, as I expect 1 or 2 of these passes to go to Jamar Chase on 2nd, 3rd, and definitely on 4th down.
2nd and 10 from the 30-yard line. Chase the motion man to the near side alongside Gesicki. Shotgun. Burrow looks to his left, now to his right. Burrow throws underneath, and it's incomplete. Jamar Chase, the intended receiver, in a matchup with Nate Wiggins. 3rd and 10.
Baltimore picked a good time to bring the pressure. They're getting home right there. Matabike, Kyle Van Noy right there, and they might have got away. Matabike hands in Joe Burrow's face, hits the face mask. Might have got away with one there, Ian.
3rd down and 10. Bengals down by 7, 1:40 to go. This place is rocking. Shotgun. Burrow steps up. Burrow fires. Nobody home over the middle. Looking for Yossi-Vash. And now it's 4th down.
I think Zach Orr heard me. That time they'd send Marcus Williams to the right. He's standing right over top of Jamar Chase as Brandon Stevens jams him, stays underneath him. Marcus Williams on top, forced the ball to somebody else. They were not on the same page. He doesn't turn around, and Burrow throws it into the ground. That
was the 50th pass of the night for Joe Burrow. They need 10 yards to keep this game alive. 4th and 10, 1:36 to go. Crowd is going now. Shotgun Burrow, 2 receivers, 1 to the right. Burrow throws it over the middle, and it's handled at the 41 by Yossi-Vash. 1st down.
Right at the sticks. They double Jamar Chase, but Yossi-Vash says, hey, the Princeton guy is open. Give me a chance.
The initial spot looked to be enough, and now they place it right around the 40.
Is under review.
A wobbler. Yossi-Vash with a fantastic grab, but where he went down is going to be the key. Yossi-Vash somehow brings it in with 2 hands. He falls on top of the football, and where the ball is is up to the officials.
It'll be if there's a clear picture to see. For one, does he catch the ball, and then where exactly the ball hits? It looks like it might hit for a first down. As long as he caught it, I think it's going to be a first down.
He's going down to the ground. He shifted the ball at the very last moment, cradling it with his right hand to get the necessary yardage. Like literally just before his knee hit down.
And I don't see anything that shows that the ball came out or hit the ground. I think this has to be a first down.
That is a clutch catch.
Big catch by Yoshivash. Lamar Jackson hugging GM Eric DeCosta on the sideline as they wait for the call.
So the right knee is down as he is coming down, extending the ball. His right arm went a little limp, and that might be what they're looking at as well, whether or not that ball hit the ground as he was trying to get the necessary yardage. Thought he cradled it. Ooh, it rolled just a bit at the end.
I thought so too. I just don't know, is that enough to say that he didn't catch it? There's no other clean picture of it. The other picture, all you see is a gold armband of one of the Ravens players. I don't know. That's hard. It seems hard to overturn right there.
John Harbaugh is indicating incomplete, incomplete. Clete Blakeman is looking at it on the monitor, and now he's ready.
The review, the ruling on the field stands is called. It'll be first down at that spot.
I mean, that's when you know you're going to get booed by 70,000 people.
I thought it was a call. I thought it was the right call.
Burrow has gone over 400 yards, the 6th time in his career. Ball is at the 40-yard line with 1:21 to go in Cincinnati territory. They trail 35-28, moving from left to right. Burrow shot. 2 receivers to the right. Burrow looks that way. He will throw it. Gesicki falls down. Incomplete. Tight coverage from Ardarius Washington. 1:11 to go.
This drive is going to be determined by who makes the big play on Cincinnati other than Jamar Chase. The last 3 plays, the Ravens are not hiding it. They have a safety over top of Chase. They're taking him away. That time Gesicki runs the stop route. He kind of slips a little. He's looking flag, but I think that was clean defense by Washington.
2nd down and 10 at the Cincinnati 40. 2 receivers off to the left. Burrow looks that way. He throws it. Flag is down. Chase could not handle it. It's incomplete. Chase was setting up right at the line to gain, but couldn't haul it in. Brandon Stevens in coverage. Penalty marker. 2 of them, in fact. One at the 41 in Baltimore territory. The other at the 46 in Cincinnati territory. And now 5 officials huddle up. A 6th is going to join in.
This might be a big penalty. Ian, you're showing the replay up here. It looks like a face mask might have been grabbed.
Personal foul, grabbing the face mask, defense, number 44. It's a 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Marlon Humphrey, who made one of the biggest plays of the game tonight, punching the ball free of Chase Brown that turned the game around.
At first you're thinking defensive holding, which wouldn't have been a big penalty, 5 yards, but a face mask, a 15-yard penalty. That's a huge penalty right now.
That's 10 penalties, 69 yards against Baltimore. There is 1:06 on the clock, and the ball is now at the 45 of the Ravens. Shotgun, Burrow in the pocket. Burrow airs it out to Chase, caught on the left side, inside the 30, and he darts inside the 25 with a penalty.
The following is an exclusive presentation of Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. Pirate fans, welcome to the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter Postgame Call-In Show, brought to you by U.S. Cellular. Be sure to visit one of ECU graduate Brandon Tate's Platinum-certified U.S. Cellular stores and experience the highest standard of customer service. Call in on the live line at 317-1250. Now, with a complete recap of the game and your phone calls, live from the Pirate Radio studios, here's your host of the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter, Clip Brock.
Pirates take care of business at home tonight, 49-14. Over FAU. Blake Harrell moves to 2-0 as the interim coach, about to do his ESPN interview. Caton Hauser lighting up the scoreboard. This ECU offense looking the best it has looked in 2024. Holton Ahlers, your thoughts?
One win away from going to a bowl game, Clip. So that's big time. I mean, that's what how we were supposed to look tonight, and we probably looked a little bit better. We got to keep Hauser around for sure. So.
Yeah, we'll talk about that tonight. Caden, you said in a past show football's supposed to be fun.
It was fun
right now.
Yeah, Hauser can pass. Hauser can run. Is he the best quarterback since Cardin?
We will talk about it tonight on the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show, 317-1250. We'll get to your calls when we return after this.
Attention Wings Over lovers. There's a new flavor that is sure to put you in a trance. Introducing the all-new Cajun Voodoo flavor. Try this blend of spices that collide in an explosion of flavor, combining cayenne, sugar, and a hint of magic today. Every bite leaves you craving more, as if entranced by some voodoo spell. And don't forget, Wings Over is open for lunch every day and is open until 3 a.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. So try the new Cajun Voodoo today. Give them a call at 758-9464. Wings Over Greenville, they deliver.
Happy fall, y'all. Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. It's gear up time. Whether you're looking for gifts, something for hunting or protection, you can't go wrong with our selection. We've got new guns, old guns, his guns, and her guns. Kids, students, mom, dad, grandma, and grandpa, we've got the whole family covered. Enjoy browsing our online store where you can take your pick from the largest selection of firearms and accessories in Eastern NC. And watch out for the unbeatable holiday sales coming soon. When you're ready, have some pumpkin spice and come see us for everything nice. Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
There's a common misbelief today that to make it further, you need to push yourself, that you need to give up any joy to continue your rigid routine. Or you could try another way. Take some time to enjoy life, like having a Michelob Ultra with friends, because happiness is essential to living an exceptional life. Michelob Ultra, a refreshing and balanced flavor with only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Michelob Ultra, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
Bad Daddy's Burger Bar in Greenville has the best deals in town. Just listen to this. BD's Amber Ale for $3 on Monday. Talls for smalls on Tuesday. $5.50 wine pours on Wednesday. $5 house margaritas on Thursday. Handshaking cocktails are $7 on Friday. And house Bloody Marys for just $6 on Sunday. But wait, there's more. Every day, 2 hours before closing time, appetizers are half off. Don't wait. Get to Bad Daddy's Burger Bar now. Located just off Greenville Boulevard in the Publix Shopping Center. Go Pirates!
I'm here with Jamie Lane with Carolina Hardscapes and Pools. Jamie, what's new?
For starters, we're building our new building out at 5019 Highway 43 South. We've also put together a 10-day pool package.
A 10-day pool package? What does that mean?
Well, people think pools take a long time, but with this package, we break ground and have you swimming in 10 days. Go to CarolinaHardscapesandPools.com or by calling 364-1201. You can stop by our office on Fire Tower Road. We can make your backyard dreams into a reality with landscaping, patios, fireplaces, and outdoor kitchens.
Carolina Hardscapes and Pools.
Enjoy the outdoors.
Why wait till Black Friday for big savings? At Bostic Sugg Furniture, it's Black November. Start your power shopping now and save with a discount equal to 2 times the sales tax, plus 6 months special financing on all in-stock and custom orders. Get better sleep and huge Black Friday savings on Helix and Serta mattresses, plus up to 48 months special financing. It isn't one day, it's every day. Black Friday prices all month long during Black November at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
Pirate football is back, and the only way to dress for game day is to visit UBE or pirateware.com. UBE has all your game day apparel, such as polos, tees, hats, and jerseys. UBE also has all the merchandise to keep your tailgate undefeated. Pirate flags, decals, face tattoos, and more. And for your little pirates, visit our Crow's Nest with Pirate Nation's largest selection of youth apparel. UBE has special hours on Sunday after home games, open from noon till 5. And you can visit pirateware.com anytime. UBE, where every day is game day.
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier restaurant and bourbon authority. Jefferson's, Basil Hayden, Woodford Reserve, and a Midwinter Night's Dram are just a few of the incredible bourbon options. The Rick House features the very best steaks and fresh, made-from-scratch pastas. The Rick House can host your corporate event or special parties in the 3,000-square-foot banquet hall. Join the Rick House for Sunday brunch from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and for the wine tastings on the last Friday of every month. The Rick House.
G'day, this is Luke Larson, punter for the ECU Pirates, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter postgame call-in show. Here's Clip Brock.
All right, Pirates, a winner tonight, 49-14. And barring an onside kick, the other team in purple and wearing gold numbers, the Baltimore Ravens are going to win. Bengals just went for 2, did not get it. And with 38 seconds left, they'll try an onside kick. So some great action in the NFL. A blowout in college football because the Pirates took it to the FAU Owls tonight. We'll talk about it on the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show. Thanks to Dank Burrito for the awesome food. Went back to the old faithful jerk chicken burrito. It was awesome. What'd you guys have?
Jerk chicken bowl, I guess. And queso's banging too.
I went with the buffalo chicken.
All right. J-Bone?
Cajun fried shrimp burrito.
Good?
Great.
And Shirley salad?
It was phenomenal.
Dank Burrito. Check it out. It is awesome no matter the time of day or evening. Go to dankburrito.com. Check them out on Facebook. All right, Perry, Little Nugget. Justice, we'll get to you. We'll start with Cameron in Goldsboro with our Pirate Towing. First call of the fifth quarter. What's up, Cameron?
How about them Pirates, guys? And how about Caden Hauser? I mean, what a player, man. And it's a shame this dude was sitting on the bench for the first 6 games of the season, but what a player. We've had some quarterbacks that can sling it. Holton, Carden, but that deep ball he threw to Anthony Smith, that touchdown, the hang time he had on that, the precision. I don't know if I've ever seen an ECU quarterback make a deep ball throw like that. That was crazy. I'm fired up, guys, because it feels like a burden has been lifted off our shoulders with Mike Houston being gone. And I said last week, with Blake Harrell coming in, we're 1-0. This is a new season. If we get to a bowl game, we were 2-10 last year. A bowl game, as Holton and Caden have preached on this whole year, a bowl game is a special opportunity for ECU football history. And it makes it 100% better now that Mike Houston's gone. And we've talked a lot about coaching prospects. I'm telling you guys, I haven't seen an ECU football team play like this with this physicality, this dominance on both sides of the ball, this just willingness to go for it. I mean, we had success with Mike Houston and Holton Ahlers, Caden, you all, 2021, 2022, but it feels like the chains have been let go. Blake Harrell's coaching free. It's great to see Caden Hauser play. It's great to see this offense get it going. We really need to start talking about, if we make it to a bowl game, I think Blake Harrell has to be a prospect. I think and if we make it to a bowl game, we win against North Texas or Navy, get to 7 wins, I think you give him the job. And I guess the solution to all our problems that we complained about the past couple of years could be sitting right in front of us. I mean, you hire Blake Harrell's coach, you save money, you don't have to pay him a crap ton of money. He can maybe keep JDB, go get another guy. He may still want to be the defense coordinator. You could save money right there. He could be the answer, guys. And if we can find a way to keep Caton, I donated $50 to Team Boneyard tonight. I'm going to donate more as the season goes along. We get money behind NIL. I mean, it feels like a new era is upon us, and I'm excited for it. I'm fired up. It's amazing to see. I mean, we dominated tonight, guys. We had the ESPN analysts tweaking in the broadcast booth. I don't know what they're talking about. I mean, I'm trying to remember a Thursday night game we've looked this good, and it's fun to see, and it feels even better with Mike Houston gone. It feels better that we've got Caden Hauser. We finally have a guy is the quarterback of the future. Now it's just a matter of us keeping him. And I'm excited for the Tulsa game. I'm excited for the rest of the season. If we can make it to a bowl game, I really think you have to consider Blake Harrell. I think he could be the solution to all our problems. I'm interested to see how Caden and Holton feel about that, because you've been in the program under Blake. And let's see what we can do next week, guys. I'm fired up. and let's go Pirates.
All right, thank you, Cameron, with our Pirate Towing. First call of the fifth quarter. Pirate Towing, the exclusive towing partner for East Carolina Athletics. Pirate Towing is here for you every game day. They also offer roadside assistance if you're locked out of your car. Call Pirate Towing 955-4670 or visit them on Facebook. Pirate Towing, the preferred towing partner with ECU and Pirate Nation. I'll co-sign a little bit on what Cameron said. My give a damn was about busted when it came to ECU football a few weeks ago. But I told Brian Bailey during the pregame, I was excited about this one because I thought the Pirates were going to win. And I'm excited about next week because we can get to 6 wins. And after that, who knows? Let's win some more games. So it's been a weird roller coaster of a season. But like Cameron, I'm pretty jazzed up about these final few games, Holt.
I am too. I mean, there's a lot of things to be excited about. Caden Hauser. Looks like you got a quarterback of the future, you hope. Obviously, in today's world, you never know what's going to happen. But, I mean, he's balling right now. Looks as good as anyone, we've had in a while. And then Coach Harrell, the possibility, me and Kate were walking out today, and I said, look, if you're going to fire Coach Houston that early in the season, then you got to give Coach Harrell a chance to win the job. And if he wins the job, then what, Cameron was just saying is, like, you at least got to give him a look. Because if you can get him for cheaper, for one, but if he's the right guy and the program is exciting to watch, like we went to the game tonight, we have exciting brand of defense that he's brought since the day you walked in. JDB also is, that offense that he's running now is like very exciting to watch. Almost like I remember going to a fan when Lincoln Riley was here. I'm not saying he's next Lincoln Riley or anything like that. But these last 2 games, you go to these games, and every time we touch the ball, there's a chance that we're scoring. It's electric. So it's been fun. You definitely got to give him a chance, though. If he keeps winning, and it looks an exciting brand of football and people are buying in, the fans are buying in, then you got to give him a look at least.
No, I agree with you. Hauser was electric tonight. Cameron's right. He looked as good as some of the best have. His timing was impeccable. I mean, Holden, we talked about that all night. Just how quick his timing was with receivers and how accurate he was. And going through his progressions and just the will to go deep. At times. I wish he went deep a couple other times, but it was exciting to watch.
And it stinks when you got all these nice cars in the garage and can't drive any of them, but we're driving them now with Winston Wright, with Anthony Smith, with Chase Sowell.
Yeah.
Like, we're seeing what they can do. They're making plays for the quarterback, although a lot of them were just running free tonight. They were wide open, but kudos to those guys as well.
And look, I mean, I broke down the film, and I've said it all year, we have really good receivers.
Yeah.
I've said the entire year that, like, the receivers were getting open even at the beginning of the year. Like, the scheme, like, you could tell just from the film breakdown that I've done and, like, from the games I've watched. Like, JDB, it took him a little bit to kind of get into his rhythm a little bit. Then he was also struggling with Garcia throwing so many interceptions. Now he has a quarterback who's making the correct decisions so he can go out there and just draw up the best plays possible and trust that even if it's not there, he's going to get to the next best thing. And that's very comforting as an offense coordinator, as a fan. That's the best thing you want in your offense.
It's also nice to see JDB go consistent back-to-back games. All year we've wanted to see consistency out of him. And going back to the Blake Harrell situation and the Houston situation, like we talked about before, Clip, it seems like there's just a lot more fun going on in the program.
Yeah, it really does.
So I don't know if like a rock was lifted off and people are just doing their thing now, but.
And for those of you typing and screaming at the radio, we played Temple and FAU. Well aware of that.
Yeah, we know.
They stink. Yeah. They're really bad. You know who else stinks? Charlotte and App State and other teams we lost to earlier this year. So,
and we're not leaving the conference. These are conference teams right now. So let's just go let's beat these teams. Who cares? Like, we're not in the SEC. Let's just beat the teams we're playing.
All right, we go to Justice in Charlotte on the Big Rock Power Sports Live line. What's up, Justice?
Clip, Holton, Caden. I don't know about you guys, but this has been one of the most sensational weeks of my life. It started on Tuesday. It's finished or continued rather through today. I have some shout-outs to give. I'm going to start with number one. It's got to be Blake Harrell. This guy deserves his kudos right now since he's taken over since Mike Houston's was relieved. I'm not sure what all the changes this guy's made, but clearly the team has rallied around him and is inspired to play for him. I think some of the unifying aspects that he's incorporated to the team with, running out onto the practice field together, holding up the fourth quarter. We might have been doing that before, but I noticed it, tonight for the first time. The JDB being down on the sideline, it just seems like the team has gelled so much in the last couple of weeks, and you have to give Blake Harrell the credit for that, because clearly the vibe and the atmosphere around the team is just vastly different. So Blake Harrell's got to get credit, number one. Number two, Caton Hauser looks like Tom Brady and Joe Montana had some sort of child together in a lab, and he's been frozen under ice at ECU for the first 6 games of the year, and now he's out. Again, I know there's going to be a lot of people in the comments that want to say, we're playing crap opponents, but this guy has looked really sensational starting in the end of the Army game, which we all assumed was probably a mirage considering we were getting blown out. Clearly that wasn't the case. The 13 touchdowns in the last 3 games, the guy looks phenomenal. And then he showed some of the work that he can do with his legs tonight, which I don't think any of us expected. I certainly didn't. Holton, maybe you've seen something in practice that we haven't. But so Caton Hauser, just, gosh, I hope this guy continues to play like this because we need it. We need this kind of level of play. And then number 3, it's got to be John David Baker. Clearly this is the offense that he's wanted to run all year. I know, Holton, you've had some concerns about just kind of the intuitive, the creativity of the play calling early. I don't know what changed. Maybe he's just, he's a first-time coordinator calling plays. He's past the midway mark of the season now. Maybe he's just becoming really good. I don't know. But I know Mike Houston sure feels like crap considering everything's just kind of fallen into place since he's left. But John David Baker, with Hauser at quarterback, this feels like the offense that was planned all along. So those are the good things. And it was all good tonight, no question about that. But looking at it realistically, again, there's going to be negative comments tonight about the level of play. And yes, Temple and Florida Atlantic, they're terrible teams. I didn't really expect Florida Atlantic to look this flat. I do think that a big part of this was we were just really well prepared to play tonight. And clearly Florida Atlantic was just down. But we killed them tonight. This had to have been probably the best win for us in 2 years. I mean, I can't think of another win that was better for us than a complete dominant performance in all 3 phases of the ball. I know Conrad missed that 52-yarder. I really wish he would have hit that because I think that would have kind of completed the game for us. But other than Gardner-Webb last year, I can't think of any other game that might have been better. This is 2 conference games, and that's another point of that. On Blake Harrell, whether or not we consider him for the job realistically, look, Blake Harrell's doing everything he needs right now to be considered for the job. Now, we've got to take a collective breath and just think, okay, 1 week at a time, because the reality is that Blake had to win these 3 games, Temple, Florida Atlantic, and then next week at Tulsa. Those he had to win to even be considered. He's doing it in a way where you're kind of taking notice a little bit more because it's in blowout fashion, but he has to win next week. And considering Tulsa's defense, look at how they played against UAB last week. UAB is an awful team, and they threw the ball like crazy on Tulsa. And considering what we're doing offensively right now with the way Caton Hauser's playing, Tulsa's looking like it could be another blowout. Again, 1 week at a time. ECU has been known to let us down, especially on the road in previous years, as so many of us know. But, again, taking that into consideration. And then finally, North Texas has a really bad defense as well. So things are looking really bright for us. I think in order for Blake Harrell to be truly considered for the job, he's got to win the next 2. He has to win the next 2. If he wins the next 2, to me, I don't see how John Gilbert doesn't give him the job. But we'll see. I don't want to say anything else. Go Pirates, and let's just enjoy this one tonight. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Justice in Charlotte. Real quick, Lord of the Lines. What's the line for ECU Tulsa on the road?
-14.
Whoa.
I was going to say 13.5.
Wow, okay.
What do you have?
I was thinking more like 6, 7.
No, not after the back-to-back weeks.
All right. Well, check it out. Little Nugget is in the Grimy Grimesland. Hello, Little Nugget.
Hey, fellas. How we feeling? Other than tired.
Tired and pumped up. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Good. Hey, what a game, man. Caton Hauser was absolutely in his bag. John David Baker was showing us that he has absolutely full control of the offense. The boys were flying around on defense. It was a fun night. Lil Nugget had the privilege of sitting on the 4th row right there behind the FAU bench. So I got to chirp those scrubs and bums all night. But, man, one thing that's insane to me is the fact that Mike Houston thought Jake Garcia was the QB1 of this team. Absolutely abysmal decision by the former head coach. And one of the biggest things that I wonder is if Hauser is the QB1 at the start of the season, do we only have one loss? What do you guys think about that? I'll leave it there, and y'all have a good night.
Whew, I mean,
hypothetical world here.
If he's playing this good, I mean, we're a different team when he's playing like this. I will say too, like, JDB's coming into his own too, and like rightfully so. I mean, anytime you're a first time anything, like if you get a job for your first time, whether it's in the corporate world, like you're going to be better 6 months into it than you were day one. And I mean, he is truly he is scheming people to get wide open right now. And like I said, he has a quarterback that they're in sync together. And you got to start looking not just at Blake Harrell, keeping him around, but you got to figure out if JDB keeps calling plays like this and Caden Hauser keeps playing like this, you need to make sure they're here next year too.
I say we win at least 2 more games.
I say at least App State.
At least
I'll give you that one.
App State,
you have to think, how many deep balls and shots did Jake Garcia miss this year that were momentum plays? Think of Charlotte when we first had 2 drives in Charlotte. He missed those. Charlotte. I just lost my second one. But anyway,
I don't know.
There's so many plays that he just underthrew the go ball.
Yeah.
That I think Hauser's just been nailing.
Still remember, I mean, he probably still is leading the nation in interceptions. I mean,
I think
even just take away those are game changers.
All right, Perry is up next in Emerald Isle. Hello, Perry, line 4. So,
Clipster, how are you guys?
Hey, man, doing great. How are you?
Awesome, man. Tell Kenny Curling's in that Lost Boy that used to be at Pirate Radio. Troy Dreyfus said hello. The first 3 callers kind of covered what I was going to say. Proud of the Pirates tonight. Blake is doing like an on-job interview. I think if he gets us to a bowl, then we save $1 million or so a year in finding another coach, and we got a kid I think that can take us to the next level based upon the low of our competition. The timing between the quarterback and the receivers just coming together. The most amazing thing was we kept the locker room. It would have been very easy to lose that locker room the way that Mike, left the university. Blake did a great job of bringing that team together. You're seeing that on offense, and I saw it tonight on the crossing patterns on defense. The secondary's doing a good job. I mean, I see a lot of things that make me hopeful that I may write another check next year. But I was really proud to be a Pirate tonight, man. I think that if we can do more with less, bring the kids in that really want to be here like we used to do in the past, I think I see us going. I know we're going to go to a bowl game, and I think Blake should really get some serious consideration. I mean, like I said, it's an on-the-job interview, and so far, holding the locker room together was the biggest thing. And I'm proud that Mike Houston was the class act that I thought he would be, and he said, you know what, I could go a different direction, but he's always going to be a Pirate, and I think that helped with the locker room. You guys have a great night. Go Pirates. I'll be there for the last home game, and I may break out the swimming pool, and we'll do a pool party.
Perry, awesome call, man. Like you, the part about proud to be a Pirate, I like that. The part about cutting a check, ECU likes that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, Blake Harrell and all these coaches lie. But, man, I really believe Blake Harrell when he said it was about the seniors and the players from day one when he took over as interim coach, and he did everything he could to make them feel comfortable, to keep them on board. And Holden and Caden, it looks like that's worked out so far.
Playing for someone.
Yeah, he held the locker room, and that was the key to hold the locker room. Yep, absolutely.
Thank you, Perry.
Great night. Love you. All right, bye.
I don't know if I want to. Well, all right, I love you.
You love your fans too, Clip.
Love you.
I mean, yeah, I think holding the locker room together is a very underrated thing that he did, especially when it first came out. Like, there was a lot of anger with the players on Twitter about Coach Houston being fired. Rightfully so. I mean, he recruited them, and they're close with him. But they're also close with Coach Harrell, and they're excited for the opportunity for him. And look, let's take it from the team that we played tonight. You don't always got to hire the big name as a head coach. You hire the guy who's right for the position, who is going to win games, who players buy into. And if you look at our head coach right now, players are bought into him. He's winning games. Now he has to continue to win games to earn that job. But let's not just go, look, I would love a Garrett Riley. I think that'd be awesome. But if Blake Harrell goes and wins a bowl game this year and goes 7-5, he's just as qualified as anyone because he's already here. He's going to keep the locker room together. The whole team's not going to go transfer. And we can also keep JDB here if he keeps doing as well. So like that's a huge thing, I think.
I agree. I think he has to win. I actually think he has to win every game left, and 2 of them with style points. I think you beat
9 games.
We have 3
9
games.
and 4.
We have 3 games left.
But here's the problem. Like, John Gilbert is looking for candidates and reaching out to agents and talking to people right now, right? He can't wait around to see what Blake Harrell's going to do.
Either way, there's going to be other candidates getting interviews, even if Coach Harrell ends up with the job.
I'm saying for Harrell to really be considered, kind of like I called out before, and I could be wrong here, and I hope I am wrong. I have Holton's concerns. If he keeps doing this, wins the next 2 in style points, beats Navy, forget the big name. This is the guy. If he can continue it, why go chase the big name when you have someone here? But I'm scared the powers that might get caught up in the lights of the big name.
I agree.
We might have our guy here.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, we're talking about a month from now. Like, we're going to be... Yeah. What if Gilbert has his guy before that happens?
Then if we're 8-4, then he needs to reconsider. Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you. Yeah. And one thing I'm going to say, and like, I've been skeptical about JDB. Coach Houston, everyone around him has said, he's a great offensive mind. And early on, we didn't see it as much. But it almost was like with Garcia, he held back because he had to. And now they've made the change to Hauser. And I know a lot of people are saying since Houston left, but it's really since Hauser's came in, minus the Army game, which is top 10 team. And they had some opportunities there. Me and Caden were very vocal about that too. That not just keeping Blake Harrell as the head coach, but if JDB is one of the next great offensive minds, that's keeping him here too. And a new head coach could possibly do that, but the chances of him keeping him here aren't going to be. So the next head coach is going to bring in his own guys, especially at coordinator position.
And his own quarterback too, probably, and which would be Caden Hauser's.
Yeah. So and that's another thing is like, I think if we get a new head coach, the chances of keeping Hauser go down drastically. Yeah. Whereas if we keep Harrell here, we keep JDB here, there's a good chance we keep Hauser here.
It's week by week though.
All right, we got some household names on the other side of this timeout. Kenny, Kyle, and Cheezel. Coming up when we return on the U.S. Cellular 5th quarter call-in show, taking your calls throughout the night and morning. Back with you after this.
Greenville's hometown pizzeria is Cucinella's. Cucinella's has 2 locations with great options for lunch, dinner, takeout, and they now offer catering. Dine in for lunch with a slice, salad, and a drink with a friend, or stop by after work and grab a beer or glass of wine while you wait for your to-go order. The best pizza, grinders, salads, and homemade Italian ice is at Cucinella's. Cucinella's Midtown across from Best Buy, downtown across from Sup Dogs, and on Facebook and Instagram. Cucinella's, serving handcrafted pizza since 1932. Come taste the difference.
Pizza just goes better with Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Pizza. Thank you.
But don't take our word for it. In fact, don't take any words for it. Crispy and cheesy, paired with delicious and refreshing. My mouth is watering already. Ooh, too high. Yeah, we've all been there. Every bite is better with Pepsi.
This is Brian Harris with 360 Golf Carts, Pitt County's go-to shop for all things golf carts. We have E-Z-Go, club car, and utility carts to choose from. Whether it's for the beach, riding around the neighborhood, or working in the yard, 360 Golf Carts has the perfect ride for you. If you have issues with your current cart, take it by my shop for an expert's diagnosis. From parts to sales to service, we have you covered. We will even deliver right to you. So come see me, Brian Harris, on Highway 43, just past D.H. Conley High School. 360 Golf Carts, Pirates supporting Pirates.
Do you have any real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about this current real estate market? Do you need a property manager for all your rental houses? This is proud ECU alum Scott Harris with Harris Real Estate Group, and I would love to help answer every question you have and show you a real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. Every step of the way, I'm here to make your dreams a stress-free reality. Call me today at 347-1857. That's 347-1857. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Rhonda from Russell's Clothing in downtown Washington. Fall weather is coming and we're ready for some Pirate football. Russell's has a long history of dressing Pirate fans, both men and women. For the men, we offer both logoed and non-logoed from Peter Millar, Johnny O, and Smathers and Branson. Our ladies love Tyler Bowe, Emily McCarthy, and Never a Wallflower for game day. Join us in wishing the Pirates a healthy and successful season. And remember, for all your game day needs, shop Russell's in downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
Here at the Holistic Company, we know that life throws you its fair share of curveballs, like passing that drug test. Congrats. Now you can finally relax, kick back, and, well, light one up. You've earned it. And whether you've had one of those weeks, or maybe your mother-in-law's in town and you're one passive-aggressive comment away from needing a vacation, if this sounds like you, then come visit our team here at the Holistic Company to help you find the perfect products to ease your stress and promote relaxation. Order our products online at theholisticco.com or visit us at 5th and Evans in Greenville or at one of our other 2 locations in Fremont or Smithfield. The Holistic Company.
I'm Sam Jones, and as a 4th-generation barbecue man, family is everything. Let our Take-A-Bake meal be a part of your family's holiday family tradition this year, with whole smoked turkey breast, mac and cheese, baked beans, green bean casserole, muffins, barbecue sauce, and of course, pecan pie. Go to samjonesbarbecue.com to reserve yours today. Great barbecue and family always makes for long-lasting family traditions.
Do life stresses have you feeling exhausted? Do your golf, tennis, and workouts have your body aching? If so, Kyra's Float and Wellness Studio has your solution. Come visit us at 2800 East 10th Street and try our services like our float therapy, which is a private pool containing a saturated solution of Epsom salt that allows you to float effortlessly for ultimate relaxation and therapy. At Kyra's Wellness Studio, we also have an infrared sauna, cold plunge, and salt and halo therapy that will leave your body feeling relaxed and healed. Contact us today at kyrasfloats.com. Kyra's Float and Wellness Studio. Restful intentions.
Pirate Radio.
They'll never forget the eccentric pirate Bonnet and his savage, insane, vengeful pirate horde. See, he's a pirate, a real proper pirate.
A proper pirate.
That man is a fearsome pirate if I've ever seen one. Yep.
Yeah, he's definitely a pirate.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter Postgame Call-In Show. Here's Clip Brock. Now, with the Pirate Radio scoreboard, here's Shirley Rhodes.
All right, in Thursday night NFL, it was the Ravens surviving the Bengals by a final of 35-34. Keaton Mitchell did make his season debut with the Ravens. He took back a kick return for just 30 yards in that game. In the Sun Belt, it was Coastal Carolina over Appalachian State, 38-24. In men's college basketball, Wake Forest defeated North Carolina A&T 80-64. It was UAB over Southern Miss 98-84, and Michigan State beat Niagara 96-60. And in the National Hockey League, it was the Hurricanes picking up a win over the Penguins by a final of 5-1. And that is a look at your Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard, brought to you by The Buck. It is your beacon of music in the land of pirates, and they are open from noon until 2 a.m. 7 days a week with live music every night and free entry for ladies all weekend long. You can follow The Buck on Instagram for an updated schedule, and we'll see you at The Buck. Now let's head back into the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter call-in show. Here's Clip.
All right, thank you, Shirley. Canes are rolling right now. Jared and I are rolling right now. We gave out a bunch of winners on the pregame show, including Chase Sowell's first touchdown. That one hit. And we had Anthony Smith over 60 yards. We had our frozen crab parlay, which hit, that I cashed out on when the Ravens were down by 14 because I am scared. And the Purple Pride Paradise parlay, Pirates and Ravens. We gave out a bunch of winners. So see you next Thursday on the pregame show. We'll cook some more up for you. All right, Pays, Kenny, Kyle, hang on. Let's go to Cheezel in Ocean City on the Big Rock Power Sports Live line. What's up, Cheezel?
Cliff, how we doing, brother? Good to talk to you again.
Good, bud.
Hey, man, first and foremost, you know, I got to give a shout-out to the ECU Communications Department because they have really gotten Holton very well polished. He's keeping his shit together, or his stuff together.
Cheezel. You can't keep yours together, and you're out of here.
What was he saying?
I think he's saying we're doing a good job.
He was giving you a compliment.
Well, I didn't know if he was like actually giving us a compliment or if he was.
I think he was.
But yeah, Shirley ain't playing no games tonight or any night. So let's keep the swearing to a minimum or to a 0. Kyle is up in LaGrange. What's up, Kyle?
I never swear, at least not on Pirate Radio.
That is true. Of all the crazy stuff you've said, I don't think we've ever had to bust you for cussing, Kyle. So thank you.
No, tune into the podcast if you want. Guys, we this debate about Blake Harrell is pretty simple to me, and Holton is nailing it. John David Baker is the real deal as offensive coordinator, and I don't know. I want to know the decision-making process behind starting Garcia. How much of it was on Houston? How much of it was on Baker? But with Hauser running this offense, JDB can call what he wants, and suddenly we have an offensive line, which is you don't normally just pull an offensive line out of your butt in the middle of the season. Suddenly we can run the ball, we can do what we want to on offense, and it's because now Baker can call what he wants to because he has the right quarterback playing. And I'd really like to know what went behind the decision-making process to start Garcia and to stick with him for 6 games when Hauser was sitting on the bench. It boggles my mind. I just, for the life of me. In terms of the head coaching situation, you played Temple and you played FAU. Well, I don't recall playing Michigan and Notre Dame and Alabama and LSU all before this. We were playing crap teams and getting beat by them. Appalachian State's bad. Liberty's bad. We thought they were good, but they're not. They'll kill us off state. UTSA, who we barely beat, is bad. I mean, we were a 3-win football team just 2 weeks ago. Now we're a 5-win football team. If Blake Harrell, in my humble opinion, goes 4-1 as the head coach, he should get the head coaching job. Quite honestly, if we're 6-6, but we're scoring a lot of points, here's what I'd do. Yeah, we're interviewing people. We're interviewing Garrett Riley. He's been interviewed. I'm sure Joe Sloan's already been interviewed. Sitting head coaches are not going to be interviewed right now. So you're interviewing coordinators and former head coaches. Okay, great. What you don't want to do is switch offensive coordinators yet again. You had Donnie Kirkpatrick. Now you got JDB, and now next year we'd have another offensive coordinator. If you got a quarterback in Hauser and you got a coordinator in JDB, and I say 7-5, but even at 6-6, if we lose close games to Navy and North Texas, but we're lighting it up, but people are going to disagree with this. But if you hire a new head coach, even if it's Garrett Riley, even if it's who I like, the Western Kentucky head coach, his name is escaping me right now.
Tyson Helton.
Yeah, Tyson Helton. If you hire one of them, you're rebuilding again. But we're in the middle of a rebuild. Really what happened with Mike Houston, in my opinion, is he was a year behind because he didn't attack the portal properly, because he didn't think he was going to be here in 23. He thought he was going to ride Holton's coattails out of here to a Power 5 job, and it didn't happen. So he was a year behind on building. And so we're catching up now. If you hire a new head coach, and look, if we go lose out the rest of the way, then, yeah, Blake's got to go. But I don't think that's going to happen. Because we're not only winning, we are dominating. So what I say you do, if things play out this way, let's say 7-5, what I would do, because you don't make a decision on a bowl game. You're going to make this hire before your bowl game. So to me, the bowl game's irrelevant. It's regular season. So let's say we're 7-5. You're going to get Blake cheap. Maybe you get him for like $1.1 million, $1.2 million. Then you up JDB's salary as OC. I don't know what he's making now, but give him $800,000 a year, something like that. And then you keep him locked in. You keep continuity going because Hauser's going to stay. And it was mentioned if we lose, if we have turnover on the coaching staff, if Harrell is retained and JDB is gone, that we probably lose Hauser. I'm going to disagree with that a little bit because I think anybody's going to play for Garrett Riley. If that name Riley comes in, any quarterback's going to want to stay and play for him. So I'll disagree with that a little bit if we were to get him. But what's the point of doing that if we're winning? We go count in the last 20 years. In the last 20 years, forget the 9 years. We'll say the last 20 years. We'll say this millennium, since 2000. Go count how many 7-win and 8-win seasons we've had. It ain't that many. So if we go 7-5, he goes 4-1. I think he deserves a job. And I think we got to make sure when we make that hire, you never know what's going to happen after the hire's made. Somebody may come make Baker a big offer if we keep lighting it up on the scoreboard. But I think you got to almost hire them as a pair. Obviously, it's not going to be co-head coaches, But I think you got to make the decision with that in mind. Blake Harrell's your head coach with JDB as offensive coordinator, and you give them, you give Baker probably a bigger salary than you would a lot of OCs just to make sure you hang on to him, and because you can get Harrell a lot cheaper, so you'll have more money to play around with for the staff. So, but we'll see. It's going to play out. We have time for it to play out. But if we're not open, Bill Clark's a smart man, and I won't say some of the other big donors. I don't know if they got their heart set on these certain coaches. What they should have their heart set on is winning. And I have one more thing to say before I hang up, and I'm going to call out Pirate Nation. Not the people that were there tonight, or probably not the people listening. So it's falling on deaf ears. But look, if we keep playing like this, and you don't show your asses up for that Navy game on Black Friday, then piss off, man. The crowd tonight, I know it was a weeknight, but it was pathetic. Everybody wanted Houston out of here. But you hadn't shown up since he's been gone. The crowd for Temple was pathetic. The crowd tonight was a weeknight game, so there's some excuse, but it should have been better. If we keep winning and you don't show up for Navy, I don't want to hear anything about how we have the best fan base in all the group of five. Show up for the Navy game if we keep winning. That's all I got, guys. Go Pirates.
There is Kyle in LaGrange. MVP caller. All right, 317-1250. We go to Kenny in Blunt's Creek on the Big Rock Power Sports Live line. Hello, Kenny.
Hey, Clip, Holden, Caden. Clip, let's go ahead and get this out of the way. It pains me to say this, but I hope you're enjoying your Commanders season. You guys actually look really exciting. Got a good football team, and that hurts me. But
Kenny, that is mighty nice of you. I appreciate it.
You deserve it, man, because, we need good football, and you ain't getting it out of Dallas these days, so I hope you enjoy it. But, I'm going to leave it with that, and let's get on to the Pirates. Hey, look, I'm not worried about who they're hiring right now. I just enjoyed watching football tonight, and, early in the week I kind of put on one of your comments on the show that this defense might get a shutout tonight. They came close to it.
I saw that, Kenny, and I was going to scoff at that, but you were closer than you were off. So good call.
But that 7 points, man. And then they got that last one. That was kind of like Kamala getting Maine. We knew that would happen. But but let's look at what Hauser did. Well, he had 5 touchdowns with like 580 some yards plus on offense total. And when he threw them balls, and Holton and Caden, y'all could attest to this, they were beautiful balls, man. You just kind of sat back in the stadium and went, okay, oh my God, that was beautiful, and the receivers are catching it. So we were all very happy at what we saw tonight. We like what we saw on the defense. Yes, did we play a team that probably isn't that good? But you still got to go out and play football, guys. You got to beat teams like that. And we've done that the last 2 games. Hopefully we get up and go to Tulsa next week on Thursday night, get another TV game where people are watching us, and we can beat Tulsa and roll into North Texas to keep right on rolling with this thing. And then we'll worry about who we're hiring, who we're not, and just give these players a chance to win and have fun and make us fans, proud again, because they did tonight, man. I can't really say anything ugly about what they did tonight. I enjoyed the game for the whole time. We stayed till the end. I think the fan base really needs to come out better and support these guys and support the coaching staff. But, it is what it is. Keep winning, and they'll come. You guys have a good night. I know y'all are ready to get on home, and thank you for what you do. Go Pirates. And, hey, it's been a good week for the curling. So I'll leave it at that.
All right, Kenny. Appreciate the call tonight. Man, you were going over Hauser's numbers. I looked them up. I knew about the yardage and the touchdowns. Talk about efficiency, Holden. 17 of 22.
He was feeling, I'm telling you, his incompletions, he had a few incompletions that were more impressive than his completions. Yeah. He threw a couple. I know he had at least 2 where he was feeling it, and I could tell I've been in a zone like that before where he was throwing it before he had a corner out to Chase Sowell. They brought him in. I'll go over it on film when we break it down this week, but they brought him in and Chase Sowell ran a corner route, and he threw it before Chase Sowell even broke. and the ball, as soon as Chase Elliott was there, and you could tell that like Chase wasn't ready for it almost. But when you're feeling it like that, you're feeling it. And he was just in one of those modes tonight. And we talked about it a couple times. Those incompletions were almost more impressive than some of those deep balls because he was the timing. Throwing on time as a quarterback is way harder than throwing a deep ball. Obviously, deep balls, I mean, he was throwing some great ones tonight. But throwing on time perfectly before people are out of break, there's not a lot of college quarterbacks that do that consistently.
317-1250. Let's get one more before we take a break. Let's go to B. Pays in Raleigh. What's up, Pays?
Hey, fellas. How y'all doing tonight?
Doing good, man.
Good. Sounding good. Congratulations to Commanders there, too, Clipper.
Hey, man. Thank you. I appreciate all congratulations for the Commanders.
Every time I see them win, you're the first person I think of. So.
It's awesome, man. I'm living the dream right now.
You are living the dream. You know, I was thinking about this season reminds me a little bit of that 2012 season that Ruff had. So if you look after 9 games in that 2012 season, ECU was 5-4. Ended up 8-5, I believe, that year. Lost to Lafayette in the New Orleans Bowl. But quarterback change in the season went from Rio to Carden. Carden started to find his way. And then you had a good 3-year run. You know, you had the 10-3 season the next year, and then I guess it was 8-5 one in 14. So it reminds me a little bit of that without the coaching change, of course. But listen, JDB, you know, it's like somebody put a battery in his back, man. I mean, these last 2 weeks, and I get it. You know, FAU and Temple wasn't the greatest, but I'll go back to that 2012 season. When that last 3-game run we had, we beat Tulane at Tulane 28-23. You beat Houston by 28, and then you have an incredible, I think, with double or triple overtime game against Marshall on Black Friday, day after Thanksgiving. In Greenville, you know, to get you to 8-4 at that time. So it reminds me a lot of that season. I hope they would do well. Hauser, didn't know Hauser had the wheels he had on him tonight.
I didn't either. Y'all seen him get that gear before?
I've seen him, JDB call quarterback run, so I'd imagine he's seen something in practice, but I was very impressed.
Yeah.
I mean, we were calling him Vanilla Vic. I mean, he was rolling. So, but I appreciate it, fellas. Y'all have a good night and go Pirates.
Light Lamar. I'm trying to think of other good names. Vanilla Vic's good. All right, 317-1250. BB, hang on. We'll get to you, but we need to get a break in. And we have open lines, 317-1250. More to go on the U.S. Cellular 5th quarter call-in show. Back with you after this. Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today, and then you hear
Warren's hot dogs?
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for $7.50 would be awesome.
Warren's hot dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's hot dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
East Coast Grading and Utilities is your source for clearing, hauling dirt, and concrete work. East Coast Grading and Utilities handles all sewer and water issues as well.
I'm David Vaughn. Whether putting in a new subdivision or helping you with any and all of your drainage problems, I can get the job done. Call me at 531-7494.
No job is too big or too small. East Coast Grading and Utilities. Friends helping friends. 531-7494 for East Coast Grading and Utilities.
Take a hit from a 300-pound linebacker, and you better be wearing pads. Take a hit on the road, and you better have good auto coverage. When you've got North Carolina Farm Bureau Auto Insurance, you've got the best local agents ready to help you bounce back. If you don't, well, you'll probably play football without a helmet, too.
This is proud ECU graduate and former baseball player Brandon Manning. Give me a call today, and let's talk about your insurance coverage and about the Pirates. Call 531-1812 and go Pirates.
There have been many changes in the automotive world. At Phelps Chevrolet, the Phelps boys are here to take care of you. Mike, Daryl, and 4 of Mr. Phelps' grandsons, Wade, West, Allen, and Clay. You see, things at Phelps remain the same. The Phelps team has served Eastern North Carolina for over 50 years. We make your visit easy and fun. We are your neighbors, and that's what neighbors do. Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. Like Mr. Phelps' great-granddaughter says, come in and get you one.
Find new roads with Chevrolet at PhelpsChevrolet.com.
Here's a hint. At U.S. Cellular, you can get 4 free phones and 4 lines for $90 a month, so you can give your family the gift of connection.
How about the gift of good-smelling soap?
They buy their own soap. They want 4 free phones.
Maybe I'll get
4 free phones.
4 free phones.
Get 4 free phones and 4 lines for $90 a month. U.S. Cellular. Built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for U.S. Cellular since 1997. Visit AtlanticWireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
Ahoy there, mateys! It's Captain Jack Spare of R&R Tire Express, your local tire and wheel shop in Greenville, offering affordable, easy payment options for easy ownership. Savvy? Our customers love our treasure of tires and wheels, easy payment options, and customer care package too. To learn more about R&R, stop by 3920 US 264 or rnrtires.com.
There's more to fall than just Pirate football. It's also a great time to list your home for sale with ENC Pirate Realty Allen Tate. Why should you list your house for sale in the fall? Greenville business is booming. Greenville is growing fast, and new businesses are setting up shop all around the area. That means new employees and managers relocating to the community, and they need quality homes now.
Visit our website, encpiraterealty.com, to connect with our experienced team of agents.
Go Pirates!
Are you tired of the same old fast food routine? Shake things up for lunch and dinner at Clean Eats Cafe. We've cracked the code to make healthy dining tasty and affordable. Whether it's a power lunch or a family dinner, we've got you covered. Sit down in our cafe for a brainstorming session or catch up with friends. Even stop in after a workout for protein smoothies or a protein iced coffee. Our atmosphere is welcoming and our food is fresh. All for about the same price as fast food. It's time to ditch the drive-thru and feast on flavor at Clean Eats Cafe, Red Banks Road in Arlington Village.
Pirate Radio.
You kind of look like a pirate with that thing on your shoulder.
A pirate? Oh, cool. You should get a pirate name.
And a peg leg.
And a hook hand.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter Postgame Call-In Show. Here's Clip Brock.
Alrighty. 317-1250, the number. We got a call from Japan? Holy moly. All right. Greenville, Japan, and Greenville on the line. Let's go to BB in Greenville. Hello, B.
Hey, Clip, what's going on?
Hey, man, talking about a Pirate win.
Doing all right. I mean, this is actually Breast Boy. We're just going to call it BB on the radio.
Oh, okay. I like BB better. Thank you, man. All right.
Just so you ain't got to say it anymore. I know you feel a little uncomfortable saying it, which I don't disagree with you on that. But
all right, get to it.
Be what it is. I'll keep this short. The Pirates are back. There ain't no doubt about it. We are back, baby. We're going to a bowl. We are going 9-4. There ain't no doubt about it. But I will say, off of Holton's podcast, I do agree with Chris Johnson. I love Blake Harrell to death, but I don't know if he's the guy. I think a change needs to be made. Like, he's doing a great job with what we have here, but I think a change just gets everybody fired up, gets donations flowing in and everything. I think it'll just be better for the program overall. And other than that, I hope Caden got them curtains hung up this weekend, and he's got a huge weekend ahead of him, so good luck to him.
What's that reference?
Whoa, Caden, do you know BB?
I don't know BB, but I guess he's referring to me getting my house done. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
So he's got inside sources that you're getting your house remodeled.
I know.
The call is coming from inside the house.
That is scary.
Is this your burner account? Was that a recording?
I was just right here.
All right, let's go from a guy named Breast Boy to Catherine in Japan. We got them all here on the 5th quarter. Hello, Catherine.
Hi, guys. How are y'all?
Great. What is happening in Japan?
It is 2:22 p.m. on Friday, so just finished watching the Pirates while my children nap. I just wanted to call in. I've gotten up. We've been in Japan for 2 years now. My first game here was Michigan, and was up at 2 a.m. to watch that game. I've gotten up every game to watch between the hours of 3 and 5:30, so I appreciate a Thursday night game because it's 10 a.m. here. I just want to say tonight was the first time in 2 years I've seen true Pirates. They were exciting to watch. I wasn't yelling at my TV with my children looking at me like I was insane. It was just exciting. I'm proud of what Blake Harrell's doing. I hope he can keep it up. The team just seems to really be gelling and coming together. I also just want to say, please beat Navy. My husband went to Navy, and he likes to rag every year. So as long as Blake Harrell can beat Navy, I will say hire him today. So thank y'all for what y'all do, and go Pirates.
All right, Catherine, awesome. Calling from Japan. And, yeah, the husband's had a lot of bragging rights over
That's
the
a true
years.
Pirate right there, too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's what Pirate Nation is about. That's awesome.
Very cool.
Clip, I'm excited for me and you Navy week, so I'm excited for that Navy game.
Yeah, me too, Clip.
Why?
You'll find out in a couple weeks.
It's coming.
No.
It's coming.
Jack is up in Greenville. What's up, Jack?
Oh, what's up, fellas? Hope you guys are doing well.
We are. Thank you.
That's great. First things first, I think that was the worst FBS football team we've seen since UConn. Outside of 2 spectacular catches, they were terrible. They had nobody on defense that I think cared. So, I love the win, but I do think that we're getting out over our skis a little bit because those teams were bad. We go back to last year, we beat that FAU team. They were terrible, too, outside of Webster. Also, second thing, the refs, I just don't think they knew how to throw a flag. We definitely ran into the punter on that first punt they had, and no flag was called, which is good for us. But then, our receivers are getting held the whole game, so I don't know, just complete incompetence from the refs, even though we won. So there's very few things to complain about. But here's the real question. So if Blake Harrell goes 6-0 and you don't hire him, I think the locker room's going to go into disarray. And I was looking at it. There is some precedent for hiring the interim coaches. Boise State did it, and even Georgia Tech did it. And the Georgia Tech head coach was very underqualified for his job. And I think he's doing a pretty good job. And it's kind of like when the Panthers, didn't hire Steve Wilks. And Steve Wilks could have got the job if he beat Tampa Bay, but he didn't. He left the door open. So that's why I think that Blake Harrell's got to go 6-0. He's got to win every game to get hired, and I think he can get it done. And then maybe we can even bring Trip Weaver back and be defensive coordinator. I think that'd be really cool.
Ooh. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I like Trip. Look, Jack, it goes both ways, man. We got Raiders fan Jarrett here. Antonio Pierce becomes the interim, wins a couple of games, beat Kansas City, and now it looks like maybe he's in over his head. Bill Stewart at West Virginia took over. Players loved him. He comes here. Pirates kick their ass. He's out shortly after. So it's worked sometimes. It hasn't worked other times. There's no right formula for it. But yeah, just playing a little devil's advocate.
I think each individual situation is different.
Yeah.
It'd be a good problem to have to start with. And then I think this problem, our situation in general, though, like we said, it's week to week right now. He's fighting for his job or, kind of applying for his job on, day by day. But if we get to the situation where he goes 5-1 or 6-0, I think even 4-2, you still talk about it. And you say, if JDB keeps doing what he's doing, I know I keep bringing that up, it's not just hiring Coach Harrell as the head coach. It's keeping a young, bright offensive coordinator and probably the best chance of keeping your up-and-coming quarterback as well, who's playing great within this offense. So I think it's more, this situation makes more sense. It's not like an interim head coach that we hired that your program was terrible and then he rallied the troops and you strung a couple games together. It is kind of like that. But we said at the beginning of the year, this schedule's very, very winnable no matter who the head coach was. And you're seeing JDB now really come into his zone. And if, let's say he does win those games next year and you still interview someone and you take someone else, who do you want as your offensive coordinator? Who are they going to bring in that's more exciting than what we're watching right now? And that's kind of my pitch.
It has to stay, though. Like, if it falls off again, it's the conversation's over.
Yeah.
But no, I agree with you. I just don't know the powers to be. I think he has to win them all. He has to win them all decisively besides Navy. If not, I don't think he's in the conversation. But Chandler's here.
Why are you standing up? You're not going to join us?
No, I'm about to leave.
Where are you going?
To drink some cold beer. I've been working all day. I've been standing on my feet all day.
Oh, my
That's
God.
what I'm telling you. And guess what you've been doing?
Shut up. All right, Sean, good to see you.
All right.
Somebody get you a hat?
Yes. Have you not seen your hat?
I got a hat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You got a hat.
Oh, shoot.
Don't cuss.
I ain't. All right, great. Yeah, we'll get back to
By the way, when I said that there would be a shootout, but it would be the under, that looked good there for a little bit. That looked good there for a little bit. And I was hoping that we would not stop. We would stop scoring.
Sean gave some great pregame analysis. He said, "Oh yeah, it's going to be a shootout tonight. I'll take the under."
When it was 42-7,
you about
when it was 42-7, I said, keep it here. I was like, keep it here. And I look smart.
The classic shootout under for Sean.
Y'all have a good night.
I still think you're smart, Chandler, so I'm a big fan.
Well, thank you. And I'm a good actor.
Next week.
By the way, the Moneyball skit, perfect.
Thank you.
I don't think we got enough love for that one.
Yeah. It was a younger generation. Younger generation.
Yeah. All right.
See y'all.
See you, buddy. Noah is next in Clayton. Do we got Noah on too? Yeah. What's up, Noah?
Hey, how you doing?
Good, man.
Hey, I would say with the Blake Carroll situation, if he finishes the season 4-1, I think you got to give him the chance just because look at Boise State. They hired their interim head coach, and look what they're doing. They're rolling right now. They finish undefeated or win out. They're going to be in the playoffs probably. So, I mean, I would take that into consideration. Did I lose you?
No, we got you. I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. I just really am worried. We don't make the right decisions a lot of times, I feel like, at East Carolina, that from our perspective, sometimes. So I just feel like even if he went 4-1, that's why I say he has to win them all, because I think people are just going to want the change candidate, the big name change candidate. So I think he has to win them all decisively.
Look, I think you've said a lot before, like, college athletics has changed in a lot of different ways with NIL, with the transfer portal, with profit sharing, revenue sharing coming here soon for athletes as well. Like, it's changing in a lot of ways, and it's only going to get harder to win games. And if you have someone who's winning games, Blake Harrell might be the safe option here. I mean, I hate to be that guy, and look, he certainly will have the ceiling if he keeps the pieces around him and they keep doing as well as they will. But if he goes 4-2, let's say he goes 4-2, including a bowl game, that is good enough, in my opinion, to earn his way to be a head coach. We've been around him enough, Caden. He's charismatic enough to get to run a program, and we've said that for a while. We've thought. I mean, look at the tweet.
I mean, look, he retweets the ECU football of the post and just says, "Hell yeah, go Pirates!" Like that's.
I mean,
cool.
that's Eastern North Carolina. That's your football coach, and like, I was thinking the other day just about the program in general, and I was thinking about when I played and thinking about when I was a kid, and I remember very vividly when I would be in the stands and Ruff would go out with the team, and obviously Ruff would kind of go first, just like every head coach kind of does, or like leading the team out. And I remember like Ruff looking into the stands, and like every time when I was a kid, and I'm sure everyone in the stands felt like this, why they loved Ruff. It always felt like Ruff was like looking at you when he was firing up the stands. Like it was like you felt like he was one of us and you're one of him.
Yeah.
And Blake Harrell has that charisma, and he can rally, and he's rallied the team already, and you can hear the fans starting to feel that. I think if we go 4-2, he's a safe option. ECU Athletics, this community can't afford to hire a head coach and him be a bust, and Blake Harrell's certainly not a bust.
I agree with you, but do you think people are going to get held up on the change candidate if he doesn't go 6-0?
That's the problem. Yeah,
What do you think there?
I think that's certainly a scare. If the big names always look, we just beat Tom Herman by 50. I mean, at the end of the day, the big name, and I'm not saying it to you, but like the big name always isn't the best option. That's why I said even Dwayne Ledford I thought would be a good hire, but and I still think he would be. I'm not saying we couldn't go hire someone not named Blake Harrell and it wouldn't be a good hire. I just think if he keeps doing what he's doing, he's putting a heck of a resume out there.
And if he loses next week, that's all of this talk is over with.
It's week
Right.
It's week to week.
Yeah. All right. Noah, anything else?
That's right. That's it. Thank you.
All right, bud. 317-1250. We go to Isaac in Greenville on the Big Rock Power Sports Live line. Hey, Isaac.
Hey, I'm not going to ask you how you're doing because everybody's asked you that. But anyhow, first off, Chandler, he might be leaving, but he's going to the Bucs. We all know that.
Yep.
But also, everybody's been talking about Blake Harrell, hire him. I don't think so. Love the guy. Houston brought him in. Great guy. But I think he's good on defense. He's done great the last 2 games as head coach. I like him. But I don't feel like we should hire him and put him through another year and just end up firing him at the end. But, yeah, keep Blake. Put him on defense again. He's done a great job the last, 4 years on defense. Keep him there.
All right. Appreciate your call, Isaac.
I've said all along, I think there's a good chance Blake Harrell's coaching here next year. Now, if he wins out and doesn't get the job, he won't be. But
do you think he would? Another guy comes in
and would keep Blake Harrell,
but would he want to do that if he didn't get the head job?
I think. If the money's right, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good position, and he's liked here. He likes the community. That's why I think he'd be a good head coach.
Yeah.
And one thing I'm going to say, and I know I've talked about JDB and Harrell a lot, but like someone said earlier, they're kind of if JDB continues to do what he's doing, they're a package duo. Schematically, and someone said earlier, it's like the offensive line got better. And the offensive line, I'm sure they've gotten a little better, but we said at the beginning of the year, and one of the reasons JDB got hired is because this offense protects the offensive line. This scheme, offensively and defensively, can win without having the best players. And that is a very rare thing to have in college football. And it's very important to have if you want to ever have a really special season in the group of 5 level. If you want to go compete with these big dogs, is having a scheme that can beat teams that have better talent than you. So I think that's another push, is we have 2 really, really good schemes in place that could, win games when we won't always have the best talent.
Another difference these last couple of games, John David Baker on the sidelines and Tyler Savage talked about how much he loved that and how the communication was flowing a lot more freely last week, and I guess the same thing tonight. So
I'm
found something there.
I'm living proof of that. As soon as Donnie went to the booth, my career literally changed forever. So opposite there, but a change with the offense coordinator.
When Donnie got the hell out of the way, is that what you're saying?
They claim they claim it wasn't the friction, but I claim
it wasn't friction. It was just we're the same person when it came to those.
That's friction.
Yeah, but it wasn't
so. It was better for both parties.
It was better communication.
There you go.
Yeah, and
all right, something to it.
Yep.
All right, Drew, Logan, hang on. We'll get to you when we return on the U.S. Cellular 5th quarter call-in show. Be sure to visit one of ECU graduate Brandon Tate's U.S. Cellular locations and experience the highest standard of customer service. Next to Little Caesars on Charles Boulevard in Greenville, in front of Lowe's Home Improvement on Memorial Drive in Greenville. Next to Walmart on 10th Street in Greenville. And the U.S. Cellular store in the Greenville Mall behind the Chick-fil-A. More to go on the U.S. Cellular 5th quarter call-in show. Got a couple open lines. We'll get to them after this.
Here's a hint. At US Cellular, you can get 4 free phones and 4 lines for $90 a month, so you can give your family the gift of connection.
How about the gift of good-smelling soap?
They buy their own soap. They want 4 free phones.
Maybe I'll get
4 free phones.
4 free phones.
Get 4 free phones and 4 lines for $90 a month. US Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for US Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
Some days you hit snooze, but not today. Today you have to go on a run to get burgers for the tailgate. you've got to haul something heavy. A cooler stocked with Bud Light. When you've got beer and football, nothing is hard. Until the other team scores. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus. Copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
You want a sub freshly sliced to order? You go to Jersey Mike's. You want the perfect radio idea? You go to me. Like this. I'm a lone ninja warrior. By night, I glide unseen across the rooftops, watching my enemies from the shadows. By day, I go to Jersey Mike's, watching someone freshly slice my sub. My blade is called Shadow. His blade is a Berserba brand meat slicer. Clearly, I have much to learn about this land. Freshly sliced just for you. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
This is Trey Hayes with Advanced Moving and Storage. Advanced Moving and Storage is here to help you have the best move ever. Advanced Moving and Storage is dedicated to making sure you get everything you need on your next move, no matter how large or small, whether you're local, in-state, or out-of-state. Our courteous and experienced personnel is ready to help. Call Advanced Moving and Storage today at 252-321-3200. If you want to remove stress from your next move, use the moving company the Pirates use. Advanced Moving and Storage.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, get rid of unwanted hair and under-eye fat pads? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar MediSpa for a free consultation and ask about our newest technologies and treatments. Learn more at beautybarmedispa.com, Red Banks Road, Greenville. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates.
Are you ready for football? Big Rock Power Sports and Marine is your complete source for recreation and marine sales and service. With a full selection of ATVs, side-by-sides, motorcycles, slingshots, watercraft, pontoons, and boats, Big Rock Power Sports and Marine is sure to have what you're looking for in everyday adventure. With 5 locations in North Carolina, Rocky Mount, Lake Gaston, New Bern, Elizabeth City, and of course, Greenville. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram or online at BigRockPowersports.com. Big Rock Power Sports and Marine. Choose your adventure.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in the NC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kids Scene.
Y'all come get bugged up.
From the belt, here's the delivery.
Pirate Radio, the station that always delivers.
Fine, and lapping it up faster than we can deliver.
You're listening to the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter Postgame Call-In Show. Here's Clip Brock.
Back with you, Pirate Radio's edition of the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter Call-In Show. On a Friday morning, shout out Ellerby for giving us the day off on Friday.
Hey.
No Pirate Radio Live, so we'll hear a best of, including Holden and Caden talking to Andre Allison, Chris Johnson, and Kim McNeil. That'll be a part of the best of.
Yes, sir.
And me and Holden have to work tomorrow, so.
What is it?
In.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, y'all.
Thanks, Clip.
In the real world. All right. Drew is up in Asheville on the Big Rock Power Sports Live line. What's up, Drew?
Hey, guys. Glad to hear y'all. I think the last time I checked in was after the Army game, and it was just one of those things where, as a Pirate fan, I went from diehard to mad to almost not even caring anymore. But it's been refreshing to see these last couple of weeks and just finally getting settled back in here in the mountains. And just some things that caught my attention was, I think the announcer said 8 different players caught touchdowns against Temple, and we had another 6 different ones tonight. So spreading the ball around, seems to be a success. Amazing how cutting down on turnovers and throwing the deep ball actually where the receivers can catch it and not underthrow it has been a key to the offense. Jari Patterson, I really want to give a shout out to him. Not sure where he's been all year, but being a Nashville guy, that was pretty cool to see him emerging these last couple of weeks. And also just us before halftime, how many, like, I can just remember just not trying to score or do anything before half. And I think the last two games we scored right before halftime that has maybe changed the momentum or something going into the half and coming out of the half. And also kudos to the Florida Atlantic backup quarterback. He definitely showed a lot of guts and hopefully makes a name for himself. So thank you guys for all you do. Go Pirates, and let's go bowling.
All right, Drew, thank you for the call. Hope everything's going as good as it can on the western part of the state. And a big event coming up on a Saturday at 5th Street, as they will be having live acoustic music all day, and proceeds will go to help our neighbors to the west. So if you're looking for some good music, some specials, some good drink, food, go to 5th Street Hardware all day on a Saturday. All right, 317-1250. It's still early in LA. We talked to Logan. What's up, Logan?
What's up, guys? How you guys doing?
All right.
A couple questions for you guys. Well, one, love the win, but a couple questions. Fulton, what position group on offense do you think has excelled the most the last two games, other than quarterback?
Oh, I was about to say, that's an easy one, quarterback. I'm very happy with the way the receivers are finally... I've seen it all year, and I think the people within the program have as well, known that we had really special receiving core. They did a really good job in the transfer portal. I'm glad to finally see that being shown, and being shown to everyone. Like the previous caller said, so many people are getting touches right now. Even Jari Patterson, for example. Like I played with him. I thought he was very, very good. He kind of got stuck behind Snead, got stuck behind CJ, then got banged up last year. He's always been a special talent. So I'm really happy that the receivers are getting the love that they deserve, because they've gotten open all year and just haven't gotten the ball and seem to stay positive. So they're playing as good as I've thought they would have kind of been playing all year.
Yeah, totally great. Now, Caden, what defensive group would you say has stepped up the most?
I would say this past game, the defensive backs looked pretty good compared to last week. The D line is, I would just say, kind of disappointed me, but tonight they came out and played again. They started off hot earlier this year. They kind of fell off, but they've stepped up the last few weeks. So it's good to see the D line get those stops in the backfield, causing some havoc again.
Yeah, and then last question for all three of you. And Clip, you can do broadcaster if you want. If you could be a member on any team in the last 30 years, what ECU year would you play for?
All right, so that'll take us to 1994 and beyond.
You can do 90. You can do Peach Bowl year. You can do 91.
Well, I mean, but no, that's a good question. You know what? I don't want to play for Greg Hudson, so I'm going to go one of Ruff's years. Give me 14. I know it could have gone, should have gone better, but no. Give me 13, because that was when they rolled up like 55 on Carolina and a bunch on State. I'll take one of those rough years with Carden and the guys.
All right, cool.
That's a good one.
What you got?
Or is it us? I played 5 of those years. My senior years, was like special to me, obviously, and 3 kicks away from winning a lot more games. Minus my years, I would have loved to play for Lincoln Riley and Ruff. I still got a special relationship with Ruff, and he recruited me for a year, and we've just stayed in touch since. He's, obviously, him and my dad got a good relationship with local politics, but probably one of those years with Ruff as well with Clip. But Skip Holtz also had it rolling, so.
I wouldn't trade my years, honestly.
Yeah.
I've had the worst of the worst years, so I think I'd go to the John Thompson era just to see if it could get worse.
Hey, you'd have got maybe playing time?
Maybe get some playing time there.
Yeah.
So for me, I'd probably get greedy and see if I could get in a little bit more in the Thompson era.
Logan, I will say,
Caden, you're playing Dynasty on NCAA, right?
That is like a heck of an answer by Caden right there.
if I could be the 4th string defensive tackle behind Jay Ross and Linville Joseph on those defenses in the Hud Holtz era, that would be pretty cool. Yeah. Never have to go in the game. My position group's the best. Like, that would have been pretty cool. So, good question, though.
That is a good question.
Who is the punter? You could be the backup to Matt Dodge.
Sure, yeah. And he would kill me in the weight room. But all right, Logan. Thanks, man.
Thanks, all.
I kind of like the off-the-wall question.
I love
If anybody
that,
wants to throw in one of those, feel free. Uh-oh. This guy's fired up. Always. It's Justin in New Bern. Hey, Justin.
Choo, 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 choo. Y'all hear that? That's that pirate train rolling down them tracks, boys. The Pirates are back. We are rolling. And all right, so let me tell you about Tom Herman. So, I don't know what that was. That was a pretty pathetic excuse of a football team. Maybe Tom Herman should have learned from one of his predecessors, old Lane Kiffin, go around to the Blue Martini down there in Boca, Joey Freshwater, and try to pick up some of the local Cougars, because he'd be better off doing that than coaching that football team. My goodness. That was a sorry excuse of a football team I saw today. But you know what? Next week, we got Tulsa. And Tulsa spelled backwards is, well, I'll let y'all figure that out on your own. But we owe them. Because what do we do? I think Holton might have been on this team. A couple years ago, even SVP let off Sports Center and said he would have thrown a riot when we got absolutely robbed in Tulsa. I mean, we deserve to go down there and beat the crap out of them. Thankfully, we play on Thursday night again so the whole country can see it. And what do they call themselves, the Golden Hurricane or something like that? I don't know. They're going to wish they was the Golden Showers when we got done with them, because we're going to drop the elbow on them, and they don't even know what the Rock is cooking. The Pirates are coming, and we're going to whoop some butt, and Blake Harrell and the new regime is rolling. Let's go Pirates. Caton Hauser. Oh, go Pirates.
All right, there is Justin. Love the energy. Not sure about the verbiage, but love the passion, Justin.
Yeah, we were on that Tulsa team. Me and Caden both were.
Remind me. I remember. Was there a Warren Saba play?
Warren Saba play. There's 3 total in one. There's 2 in one drive, and then our knee was down. One of our receivers fumbled, and his knee was clearly down. And if we got the first down, we were going to win the game.
Like, if you get any of those calls,
any 3, we would have won.
Right? Yeah.
And it was to the point. The first call, they showed it on the replay, Caden, and I'll remember this for the rest of my life. They showed it on the replay, and while they were still reviewing it, their fans were leaving, and all of our players were waving bye to them. And then they reversed it, and they got the ball back. And then the next play, they fumbled, and we got it, and then they reviewed it, and the runner's knee was not down at all, and they still gave them the ball. And then they went for it on 4th down, and the ball clearly bounced, and we were celebrating again, and then they reversed it and went down and scored and won the game.
Yeah, it's time to reverse that curse.
Please.
The old Tulsa screw job.
Please.
It's a tough place to play, too, I think. Not
Why did you say you liked playing at Tulsa? I'm curious. Because Caden talked about how much it sucked, and you said, I like playing there.
Was that all fair or was that on air?
That was all fair. I was curious as why
I'd never been out there at all before then, so it was like my first time.
It was new.
Yeah. And like it was just a night game. Like I love playing night games. It was like one of those brisk nights where, Caden, you know this, like the football just feels good. It just spins good.
Yeah.
And I remember hitting Sneed on a corner route, like the first drive of the game, and I was like, this is going to be a fun night. And it should have been, but we got screwed.
They had a really stinky locker room. I can remember that.
Yeah.
It smelled awful. It's an older stadium, so their locker room was just awful. And I judge a lot of teams off their visitor locker room, and that is not one.
And I will say, like, going into games, it's always fun knowing, like, oh, it's going to be a shootout.
Right.
And, like, going into that game, I was like, all right, it's going to be a shootout. But I love that. I mean, as a quarterback, like, more possessions we get, put it on us. Put it on, the offense. We'll go score as many points as we need to. At least, that's our mindset going in. Obviously, it doesn't always work out that way, but it was just one of those where it was just a good night.
It was a loss, but how much fun was that SMU game where Sneed had, like, 20-some catches?
Those 2 weeks were electric.
Those are fun games.
I remember walking, I'm getting, like, stories here. Me and Caden, it was like after we lost to Cincinnati, then we played at SMU, right? Went in Cincinnati first, then SMU.
Solid away locker room.
Yeah. But I remember it was like a Wednesday, and me and Kay were walking to the car after practice, after the Cincinnati game, before the SMU game, and I threw for like 500-something yards that game. I don't know exactly. I'm not trying to like hype myself up, and just literally. And I remember thinking, like, dude, we might be like onto something here. Like, because that was kind of the first game where like the buy-in really started to happen with Coach Houston, because Cincinnati was really hype. And I remember, you know, us talking like, this really might be like, if we really buy in, we could do something. Then the next week, we did the same thing but lost again, and we're like, are we doing something, or like, what are we doing here? What's going on? So
they had like a 3rd and 20 or a 4th and that.
It was 4th and 27, and they scored a touchdown on it.
All right, let's take a break. Yeah. 317-1250. Open lines late in the night, early in the morning. Back with more of your calls when we return after this.
At Tiebreakers, we pride ourselves on serving
big, juicy wings.
I'm talking
big and juicy.
Our chickens are the same ones that kick sand in the other chickens' faces. If our chickens played football, they'd be linebackers. The competition's chickens, they'd be
skinny little kickers.
Trade those kickers in for linebackers. Join us today for
big, juicy wings.
All season long at Tiebreakers.
Tiebreakers, with 2 locations in Greenville and on Railroad Street in Winterville.
IMAX is here. With mind-blowing images and earth-shattering sound, come experience the first IMAX theater in Eastern North Carolina, only at Golden Ticket Cinemas in Greenville. Crystal clear IMAX laser projection and precision sound come together to provide the ultimate movie experience. And as always, Golden Ticket Cinemas has unlimited popcorn and the best selection of concessions around. Book your tickets at gtcinemas.com and come experience the best in cinematic quality. IMAX, only at Golden Ticket Cinemas.
At United Bank, banking means more than financial solutions. It means rallying around the causes that are important to our customers, employees, and communities. While we have grown in size and presence, we have never forgotten our roots. By giving back to our local communities and funding business development, we help fuel economic growth. Our success is your success, because to us, this is home. Go Pirates! Bankwithunited.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
If you're in the market for a swimming pool and you're located from the capital to the coast, Elite Pools can make it happen for you. They are the Carolina's premier fiberglass and concrete pool builder and renovation contractor. Every pool is built with the highest quality products and on schedule. Visit the Elite Pool showroom located across from Agri Supply in Greenville with fiberglass pools on site and a design center to simplify all of your pool selections. They also have a full service department with pool supplies, and they provide expert water analysis. Call Elite Pools today at 689-6557 or visit ElitePoolsNC.com. For pools, think Elite Pools.
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
This is Aaron Williams with New Blue Service Group. Our technicians stand ready to face any challenge that time or the elements may throw at your home. Your home deserves the best, and New Blue is here to help with all of your plumbing, electrical, and HVAC needs. Facing electrical issues due to the elements? We're on it. Plumbing concerns or emergencies? We're ready to fix it. HVAC struggling to keep up? We'll bring the climate back under control. So go to callnublue.com today. Go Pirates.
What's up, Pirate Nation? Kyle Gaines here from Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Let me tell you what's going on this month, October, at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. We have up to $10,000 off our Ram 2500s. Yes, that's right, up to $10,000 off our Ram 2500s. Also with that, we also have 3.9% financing for 72 months on our Jeep Wagoneers and have an amazing selection. So come check us out at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.com. Drive a little, save a lot. Go Pirates.
Hey, Pirate Nation. This is Brian Buck with Buck Insurance Agency. This season, when you attend your favorite sporting event, take the Game Day Pledge. If your team is playing, win or lose, support your team to the end of the game. When you leave early, you risk missing your favorite athlete making the play of their career. When our family buys a ticket, we always plan to stay to the very end. Take the Game Day Pledge this season with Buck Insurance Agency. Play to the end, stay to the end.
Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. Like a cold beer on a hot summer day. Nice. You're listening to the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter postgame call-in show. Here's Clip Brock. Now, with the Pirate Radio scoreboard, here's Shirley Rhodes.
All right, in case you missed it, earlier today, East Carolina's soccer team advanced to the AAC championship for the first time in program history after they won a shootout after being tied 1-1 with South Florida. And they will play Memphis on Sunday afternoon after Memphis beat Rice 4-1 in the other semifinal game. So Memphis and East Carolina will play Sunday afternoon. That game actually will be televised on ESPNU. In college basketball, on the women's side, second-ranked UConn defeated Boston University 86-32. Paige Beckers had 13 points and 7 assists in that game. 11th-ranked Duke beat Liberty 83-67, and it was 15th-ranked North Carolina over UNC Wilmington 77-50. And on the men's side in college basketball, 21st-ranked Florida beat Jacksonville 81-60. And that is a look at your Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard, brought to you by The Buck. It is your beacon of music in the land of pirates, and they're open from noon until 2 a.m. with live music every night and free entry for ladies all weekend long. Follow The Buck on Instagram for an updated schedule, and we'll see you at The Buck. Now let's head back into the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter. Here's Clip.
A couple of breaks ago, I walked outside, saw an inebriated college student stumbling through the UB parking lot. Kind of like looked at me. I try not to make eye contact. You never know what an inebriated college student will do. But he finally walked by behind us here at Pirate Radio. I knew he was going to say something because he kept looking at me. He walked by and he said, "Hell to the Redskins." I don't think y'all understand how magical this is. Like, it's bringing back so many feelings. It's so cool, so fun.
Good when the Knicks were good last year. That's kind of how I felt. But you guys are way better ahead, I think, than.
Clip, this just happened.
A couple breaks ago, I forgot to say it. Yeah.
Wow.
Tonight. Yeah, it was pretty cool. So shout out to that drunk ECU student.
I almost don't even believe you. Almost.
That's fine. I'm not asking you to. It's happening though, man. Whether you want it to or not.
I'm pulling for them.
I think
a lot of the fans are literally pulling for them, like Pirate Radio fans, because it's good to see you happy, Clip. You deserve the fandom. Fans like that who really stick with it.
You know what? They're eventually they're going to root for them to lose so they can see me have the heartbreak.
Yeah.
But right now,
we won't.
I'll only cheer against them in the Super Bowl.
Why?
Just so Clip has the ultimate heartbreak.
Content purposes.
I will take that right now. If you give me a Super Bowl loss, if you're offering that on the table,
say that, Cliff. Come on, you're gonna get the Super Bowl.
That ride would be amazing. That means we win the NFC Championship.
Bad fan.
Don't say that.
All right.
Your team, Clip, you got to be such a good fan that you believe your team. You're like, we are the best team in the NFL. We're winning the Super Bowl. Like the Knicks, we're winning the NBA championship. We're not good right now. Yeah, see, exactly. I wouldn't accept a championship bid.
I wish they could win on a Wednesday night in Atlanta. All right, 317-1250. We have no calls. Let's get to our Brown and Wood drive of the game. I'm going to go for the most profitable one, and it was the first one when Caden Hauser hit Chase Sowell. So J-Bone and I won our first touchdown bet. But right out of the gate, the Pirates strike on 2 plays. Tyler Savage, they went a little trickeration there.
Yeah, I liked it.
One,
it was
right?
Very good design.
And then hit Chase Sowell with a big one. Brown and Wood, serving the Pirate Nation, Eastern North Carolina for over 80 years. Brown and Wood has 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 showrooms, 1 goal that you leave a happy customer every time. Brown and Wood on Greenville Boulevard. Online, brownandwoodauto.com. Guys, we got a ton of nominees for drive of the game. Anyone stand out to y'all?
Caden?
I like the Winston Wright touchdown pass. The second touchdown we had tonight, I think the first one you're always questioning, was that just like from the script we used to always talk about? Was it just mojo coming out the locker room? But the second one really showed the consistency that we were looking for, and it really gave them the momentum for the rest of the night.
I thought it was a good sequence of plays. There was a 4th and short. We're on the 50. They had just scored a touchdown. They kind of had momentum, and I told Caden, and Caden was like, I want them to go for it. And I was like, if Coach Harrell's serious about trying to get the coaching gig, then he needs to punt this ball. And he punted it, and then we got to stop, got the ball back, and scored.
I know what you're talking about,
and
yeah.
that's a very good head coaching mindset. If he was like, look, I'm the interim head coach, screw it, let's just go. And it'd have been very easy for him to do, and we probably would have gotten it. But you can tell, like, that is very good head coaching thoughts, and it paid off for him, and that, that was big.
Your drive of the game is a punt.
I'm saying the sequence. No, I'm saying the next drive of us scoring, getting the stop, and then scoring.
That entire sequence.
But the sequence of it, I'm saying the drive was once they punted, then they punted. Once we punted, they punted, then we got the ball back and scored.
We had the ball like at our own 40-something, right?
Yeah.
Anthony Smith called a pass. I remember it.
And it was like
just a yard short.
Yeah.
That's soft. You go for it every time in East Carolina.
Yeah, I agree.
That's a pretty good take, though, Holt. Like, if you're just kind of balls to the wall, whatever. Maybe if we got 3 wins, but, like, he's trying to win 8 games for this team.
And that's like, he could have very easily, like I said, he's the interim head coach. They don't know if they're going to have a job next year. Let's just go for it and be risky. But if you're serious about, like, and fans are starting to get more serious about him possibly being the head coach next year, those are stuff where you take emotion out of it. You take emotion out of it, and you're like, what is the best thing analytically? You're not saying you always got to listen to it, but...
And he trusts his defense, too.
Yes, absolutely. And look, I told Caden, I said, the only way FAU can come back in this game is if they stop us right here on 4th down and then go drive and score, and then they're down by 7 and get the ball back at half. And that would have just shown like a little, not a flaw, but a red flag in a way.
Immaturity.
Yeah, whatever that was. But yeah, I just think it was a very good head coaching move by Blake Carroll.
Henry says, Pirates have an avenue to the conference title game. Henry, I'm going to take this call. While I'm doing that, I want you to type out the path because I want to see it. Okay.
I have a bet on the path still.
All right, well, we'll talk about that in a moment. But Johnny is up in Greenville. Hello, Johnny.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
Johnny Stats.
I'm curious. Hey, that's me. On the last touchdown pass to JC, Javante Connor, was anybody else rooting for JD?
Oh, my gosh.
They were screaming in here.
Yes.
He ran that corner route, and I was like, no! And he was open. But I was like, wow, that would have been awesome. But it was also awesome that JC got the touchdown.
Yep.
Anyhow, it was good either way. Hey, but I got to throw a couple stats out there.
All right, UBE stat sheet. Johnny Stats has got us covered.
All right. No, in the 3 games that Caton has started, we're averaging 44.3 points a game. And if you take away the first 3 quarters of Army, I'm just talking about the 4th quarter, we kind of blew up. We're averaging 14 points a quarter, 56 points a game. And I hate to do this, but in the first 3 starts, Shane Carden threw 2 touchdown passes. Holton threw 6. Caton has thrown 13.
How many did Tom Brady throw?
Stats to consider.
Anyhow, love y'all. And I'm out.
All right, Johnny is out. Good stats, Johnny.
Tell him.
Tell him.
Love you too.
Love you too. UBE stat sheet brought to you by UBE, ECU tradition for over 50 years. Shop online, pirateware.com. Every day is game day at UBE. He said y'all. Why didn't you say it?
It's your show. Love you, Johnny Stats.
Why don't you go put up some curtains?
You're crazy for that.
What you got over there, Kate? Caden?
I'm looking at the... I don't know. I'm trying to just see what the actual path was.
Is there really a path?
So this is what it is. Army and Navy are starting to... Oh,
Henry's got something. Win out, Tulane lose 2 if one is to Navy, and I think USF has to lose 1. That's what he says.
Well, I don't think Tulane has to lose. Well, Tulane might. You need Army
or Navy.
You need Army and Tulane, one of them to slip up and lose 2. He is right. But Navy's most likely probably going to drop another one. Navy's looking to slip. And
hopefully to us.
Yeah, so that would be their second one. We have the head-to-head. Memphis, we'll see what they can do at the end. But Army, with Bryson Daly hurt, they might drop one this week.
Yeah, they're only 3 or 4 point
They
favorites.
weren't looking too hot against a really bad Air Force this past week. I was sweating that bet out all freaking day. But the path is there if we can win out. We just got to hope for a couple things to happen.
And wild enough.
The academies are slipping at the end of the year. Like, I forget I think we talked about that last week. about them coming to a point where they're going to start slipping.
Well, they play no one until week like 7.
Yeah.
But
you know what's going to happen? We're going to be one game short because we lost to Charlotte for the second straight year.
Yeah.
Man.
Firing a fence.
Yeah.
Firing a fence. That's the thing that did it. To be real, that and choosing Jake Garcia as your starting quarterback.
Yeah.
There's a shot, though.
Henry says we have the tiebreaker against Memphis if we win out. How's that work?
How? Last year.
Because Memphis lost to UTSA.
I'm putting a lot of trust in Henry right now at 1:07 a.m.
It's 1:07. We're going to trust
We'll
him.
believe anything at this point.
Let's go last call for your calls, 317-1250. We got some Blake Harrell audio. We'll hit that. But if you want to call, now would be the time to do so. 317-1250 on the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show. We're staying active and energized with Celsius. Look for your favorite Celsius flavor at your favorite retailer and at ECU Games. Celsius, the official energy drink of Pirate Radio, proudly distributed by the Minji's Bottling Group. More to go when we return after this.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates.
Did you know that GUC's utility rates are not only low in the region, but also the state? That's right. When you combine the average electric, water, wastewater, and natural gas into one bill, only people in 2 of the 15 largest cities pay less than GUC customers. Only 2. Low rates and high reliability. Working in the best interest of the community rather than shareholders. That's the value of public utilities. That's the value of GUC.
This is Captain Bo Brooks of Power Water Outfitters. When you're catching fish on the Pamlico, come to our place and pick up your Smithy cast ironware that'll sear your fish to perfection. We also have men's outdoor clothing, marshwear, Grundens, Duck Camp, and AFCO. We carry Bahio sunglasses and have all different selections of those. We are a fully functional fly shop where you can chase fish on the fly. We are Pirate Water Outfitters, 108 North Market Street, downtown Washington, North Carolina. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Go Pirates.
Where do you find the best selection of pre-owned vehicles in Eastern North Carolina? It's DriveHereNow.com. DriveHereNow.com is a combination of 4 dealerships in Eastern North Carolina with a fully stocked inventory of over 200 SUVs, trucks, and cars. If you're looking to upgrade your vehicle or purchase for a new driver in the house, get shopping today at DriveHereNow.com. DriveHereNow.com, supporting the Pirates for over 47 years.
Hi, I'm Walker Allen Volova, and I'm with CopyPro. CopyPro has been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for over 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology. Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total satisfaction is our #1 priority. We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net. CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
This is proud ECU alumni David Price of David Price Construction. As a leading general contracting firm, we specialize in commercial construction and renovation. Whether it's updating your office space, renovating your restaurant, or building a new retail store, our team at David Price Construction is ready to assist. We are committed to delivering quality, value, and customer satisfaction across all of our projects. So give us a call at 919-820-3612 or find us online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Go Pirates!
Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Down on Main Street's new fall weekly lunch specials are here and only for $8.99. Stop by Monday through Friday and enjoy chicken and pastry, spaghetti, meatloaf, hamburger, steak, and everyone's favorite fried shrimp plate. After work, Down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and drinks with friends. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
Pirate Radio.
Behind every captain is a crew.
Sure, some of you are as ugly as a sea cucumber. Some of you are closer to being a chair or coat rack than a pirate. And some of you are just fish I've dressed up in a hat.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter postgame call-in show. Here's Clip Brock.
All right. Y'all just missed an incredibly ridiculous conversation during the break. Not only is there a path to the championship game, these guys have somehow figured out a path to the playoff.
Hey, did you see the best bets this week? All my calculations.
There's analytics.
There's always a path.
ECU -7.
Always a path. Hey, guess what? 1-0 this week.
Drew's asking what signature is on the ball. That ball is from Coach Mack, and it is a Charles Barkley autograph when Chuck came to Greenville, when Mack was the head coach here.
Nice.
Mack coached him at Auburn way back in the day.
Nice.
All right, if you want to get in, now's the time to do it because we're going to get out of here. But first, can we hear from Blake Harrell, Shirley, what he had to say after the game?
Hey, first of all, just, on a Thursday night, late kickoff, 8 p.m., and just for our student section to show out like that and Pirate Nation to show out like that on an ESPN national TV game, that was freaking awesome. And our kids fed off of that. And, they love playing here and they love playing in front of Pirate Nation. So just to see that was amazing. I was telling somebody we played several night games, but I'm not sure we've ever showed up to the stadium for a Pirate walk, and it's already night. And obviously, most of our night games have been in October before you have the daylight savings time change. So that was pretty cool. And just the whole environment, you always worry about a late game. Hey, are we going to get up too early, waste our energy during the day and not get to game time? But our young men certainly saved their energy to game time, and they're in the first quarter and got off to a great start, putting points up early. I think we had 418 yards in the first half, the most since 2014 at offense. And Kate and those guys are clicking over there right now. And just so dang proud of them. And it's not just Kate or not just this guy or that guy. It's all of them, receivers, running backs, O-line, quarterback, all on the same page, in the same mindset with the same vision and goal. And then defensively, able to get some 3 and outs there early in the game, get the ball right back to our offense. I looked up there as a defensive coach. I looked up there at one time, I think, little time possession for us and a big time possession for them. I was like, oh, man, we got to slow this thing down a little bit. And I told John Davis, hey, keep scoring. Keep going at him.
All right, there is Blake Harrell fired up after the victory, and he's got that head coach voice going.
I love it.
Keep scoring. Keep going at them.
Keep going at John David. Get him, John
burn
David. Sick
the boats.
All right, 317-1250. Daniel does not want us to go home. He wants to talk football. Daniel in Stokes, what's up, man?
What's happening, guys?
Chilling.
Before we go any further,
We ain't started yet.
help me settle a little bit. That touchdown run that Hauser had, busted play or design run?
Option. It was an option, and he fake pitched it, beat the D end, and then receiver made a good block. He made a guy miss.
Okay.
So it's it was a straight speed option?
Yeah, speed
type
option.
thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
They ran it twice tonight.
I think he really wanted to pitch it, though. But obviously, it wasn't there. I don't think he...
They call that sneaky speed. You know why they call it that, Clip?
Because he's white?
Yeah, it was a joke. I didn't think you were actually going to say
sorry.
that. Yeah.
No, I don't know why.
Check. Yeah, that's it.
What'd you say, Coach Hud?
Honky check.
Honky check. All right, Daniel, what else you got?
Honky, honky.
What else you got?
Yeah. No, y'all just lost me a little bit of money, but
oh man, you should have told us what to say.
We're just kidding.
After the play, I think with whoever was lined up there on the right side that he was trying to send, it got me thinking maybe the whole play was busted and he just turned it into that. But good play regardless.
That was designed. That was a quarterback run all the way.
Wait, that's not what he wants us to say.
No, we just lost him money.
I think he wanted to say broken play, right?
Yeah, broken play. Forget it. I'm trying to help him. I was trying to help him.
The rest of y'all caught on.
All right. Anything else?
Nah, just hoping that the fans show up and support a little bit more than that. I don't think it's a good look on national TV and whatnot for the stadium to
Yep.
I don't think you could have framed that in a way where it had a good look at that time. Once you roll into the second half, particularly as you go later in the game, and you kind of punishing the team for playing really well when everybody that does show up rolls out. So.
All right, Daniel. Well, thanks for the call, man.
Yes, sir.
Daniel in Stokes joining us on the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show. All right, we'll get some final thoughts in here. Anybody go out for the Pirates tonight on the Orthopedics East injury report?
There's a ton of injuries. I don't know if anyone's out, but it seemed like...
Did Dontavius Nash come back?
I didn't notice him.
I believe we will talk to Blake Harrell. I think we're getting everything on Monday. Harrell, John David Baker, and players, but we'll let you know about that. All right, let's get final thoughts. Holton, we'll start with you.
Yeah, I mean, take it week by week, but, if you're not going to make a massive hire, then Harrell looks like he's, continuing to show that he can be the guy. It'd be a package deal with JDB, too, who looks like what we thought he was, in the offseason. He looks like he's coming to his own. Could be another package deal with Caden Hauser. So if we can keep all those guys here, looks like the future's bright. It's fun to have hope again. I was telling you all that earlier. Like, it's fun to have things in place that you're excited about in week 9 of college football when your coach got fired 2 weeks ago.
Fun, Caden.
It's all about the fun. The Pirates are on a roll right now. Winning times 2. I don't know if I can handle all the winning right now.
Finally, when Caden gave up on him, because you were in it. You believed, and you said, I'm done believing.
I know. I can't handle the winning now.
We let the fans get... Me and Cam were big drinking the purple Kool-Aid. Everyone gave us crap.
Hey, but when the path happens, I'm not going to get into it. When the path happens, I will not let anyone hear the end of it.
You should. The path. Hashtag path. Jarrett, your thoughts?
It's just nice to watch fun football. It's nice to win some money. Haven't done that in about a month.
Yeah.
And
thank you, Pirates.
If you're expecting a big crowd at the next home game, I'd kind of lower those expectations. It's Black Friday at noon, so.
Yeah.
But, yeah, good win, good fun day.
Yeah.
Can't wait to do it again.
Jared doesn't follow the whole Naylor Show bets, I guess, because...
No one here does.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean.
You got to tell the boys.
I like to think of my own things. I don't want to be somebody else.
You could have a lot of money right now, but
yeah,
you don't.
I understand that.
Yeah, but he'd rather be his own man.
I'd rather be broken myself.
Shirley, your thoughts?
This was a game that from start to finish, wire to wire, we, punched them in the mouth, and then we could, people were complaining earlier in the season that we weren't putting, quote unquote, the foot on the throat.
Even last week we got some of those calls.
Yeah. So, and we continue. We definitely put the foot on their throats. So, excited for next week, and if things keep rolling like they have been, it's going to be a fun second half of the season.
3:30 kickoff next Thursday on the Bud Light pregame tailgate. Holden, you got a show to plug, a guest, or TBD?
Winston Wright, hopefully. I talked to him earlier in the week, so we're going to try to make sure we get him. We're going to try to get... Yeah, he's been balling, and then, those guys, look, it was hard to get them when you just lost your head coach. They don't want to talk about that, but there's good things to talk about now, so we're going to try to get them on.
Good deal. All right. Caden, thank you.
Thank you. I won't be here next week. I'll miss everyone.
Give me Hawaii.
All right. So Holden and I love you.
Love you.
All right.
And love all of you, Pirate Nation.
Oh, that was creepy, but I wanted to hear you say it.
I got the chills.
Thank y'all for hanging out late with us tonight. We got a best of Pirate Radio Live on Friday, so we'll see you back here in this studio on Monday, and we'll see you next Thursday on the Bud Light pregame tailgate and U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show.
You have been listening to the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter postgame call-in show. Join us next time for complete postgame coverage of East Carolina football. Exclusive